Lieutenant Governor and the Secretary of State not answering questions as to why they bought high-end SUVs with your tax dollars. And the bill on the governor's desk would prevent it from happening again. News 8's government reporter Garrett Bergquist is live at the State House, where he went digging for answers tonight. Garrett.
Well, the state's top elected officials get state-issued vehicles they can park here in this state lot right next to the State House. The criticism, though, is what kind of vehicles are in this lot. Indianapolis Democrat Mitch Gore says he saw some high-end vehicles with official plates as early as last summer.
I'd walk in and I'd say, you know, there's a really nice Suburban and there's a really nice Yukon Denali, and they had state license plates on them. And, I didn't know who had them at that time, but I knew it was wrong.
Gore wrote a bill to require the state to buy standard model vehicles. Lawmakers almost unanimously approved it and sent it to the governor. Then last week, reports surfaced Lieutenant Governor Micah Beckwith's office had bought a Chevy Tahoe High Country for $88,000. That's the highest trim level available. The cheapest Tahoe starts at $60,000. And Secretary of State Diego Morales bought a GMC Yukon Denali for $90,000.
I wish that I would have made the bill retroactive. It's clearly inappropriate to spend $90,000 of taxpayer money on these two luxury SUVs, most especially in a year when we're telling, average Hoosiers that their local services might be impacted by budget cuts.
After Democrats criticized the Tahoe purchase, Beckwith parked this Tesla Cybertruck in the State House lot. Gore says he thinks Beckwith borrowed it as a stunt. I went to both Beckwith and Morales' offices at the State House. Staff would not make either available, and neither office would answer my questions why Beckwith and Morales chose those vehicles. Beckwith told our news gathering partner WIBC he blamed the state procurement process.
The old one wasn't working right, and I said, it's not going to make it around the state for us. And so we put it out there. We said, okay, we're called to go through the procurement process. They bring it back. I said, I don't want anything luxury. I don't want anything non-American. I want something big enough to get my team around. Those were my stipulations. And they said, here you go. This is what we got. And that's what it was.
The secretary and the lieutenant governor should do what's right. They should sell those vehicles. They spent so much money on these vehicles, they could sell them at a loss, buy a brand new base model, and the state would still come out ahead.
Now, as for Gore's bill to prevent future purchases of high-end vehicles by the state, it's now on the governor's desk. The governor has until Thursday to act on it. It would become effective on July 1st. At the State House, I'm Garrett Bergquist for Wish TV. WishTV.com, or follow us on Facebook for updates.